Moldy Creations or something. That's what his name is.
Oh shit.
But he'll take a bong kit and he'll put clay around it, and then he bakes it again so it gets hard, you know. And
Around the hip.
around it, you know, like all the way up it, yeah. And I don't know, it looks awesome. And he paints it, you know, and makes it look like skin. Or he's done
Like keeps it from cracking too.
dragons, just nasty looking.
No, I mean cracking. Like you do like actual blog, like it protects the glass.
Yeah. He must. I haven't ever asked him, but I'm just guessing that it's polymer clay,
Yeah.
and then he molds around the bong, you know, and then he cooks it in he puts it in the oven for whatever, probably another 20 minutes or something, and it makes that clay around it hard.
Yeah.
But then he sells them, dude. He sells them for like $400 or $500.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's selling kits that I'd like to do one. I want to try one.
Right.
So if you want to do an experiment, I don't know.
Oh, like you're going to try it?
Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, I know how to do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do clay sculptures and stuff like that too with polymer clay.
Science experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, hey, I mean, I'm just saying it might be a thing. You know what I mean? Like if you make some custom awesome bong, you know, and then we can try to sell it here or whatever, and we'll split it or whatever you want to do or something.
Yeah.
Or I'll buy it. I'll buy the bong from you, and then I'll put my shit on it, and I'll put a price, and then you can take 10% or 20% or whatever you need.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. But until then, guys, we have Bryan Douglas on the live. Yeah, if you want.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're fine, bro. Shit. We got Bryan Douglas, man. I'm definitely excited for this one. Not only is this man very talented in all mediums of art, drawing, digital, sculpting, window, social, you know, like,
Sure.
yeah, you're an all, for me, I would like to call a multi-artist that likes to do,
Yeah.
or can do anything, you know. So, you know, I'm very excited. You know, we're going to get into some art talk a little bit, and then, you know, a little bit about yourself too, dude. See?
Sure.
Shit, even I freeze up.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
Yeah. So, Bryan, dude, usually for everybody's first time on the pod, I like to go back to the beginning, you know, origin story, you know, where were you born, where you grew up, and stuff like that.
Sure.
So, where were you born, bro?
I was born in Rockford, Illinois. I lived off of Sunnyside Avenue, off of Central, and I went to Somerdale, and I started second grade or so. I started doodling, and anytime a teacher would give me a piece of paper, you know, to do some math or whatever they're doing,
Yeah.
I'm flipping it over, man. You know,
Yeah.
get some doodling going until the schooling started.
Yeah, dude. Same thing with me, dude. Every time I was in school, especially when I had to do a test or focus, that was the time. That was the best time for me to draw or come up with an idea.
Yeah, it's like a sickness, you know. It's like you can't quit, you know. I'm constantly thinking about what's the next thing I can do, what would be hot, what's trending, you know, like, and same with, you know, it's kind of like a disease. It sucks. Sometimes it sucks because you want to turn off, you want to go to bed. I want to be able to play a video game because that's what I mostly like to do, play video games and watch movies and, you know, pop culture stuff, you know, or whatever, or just even, you know, like I collect action figures and I collect, you know, consoles and games and stuff like that. I'm like always at Disc Replay looking for something, you know, that someone sold there or something.
Yeah, definitely shout out Disc Replay. They definitely have a lot of gems in there, dude.
For sure, yeah. I collect, you know, I only collect what I like, you know. I'm not collecting everything, but
I try though. Especially when if I got $10, bro, and I go to like a distro play, a fucking vintage store or something like that where they got toys. Mm-hmm. I try to stretch out that $10.
yeah.
But I want to bring it back. So you were born in Rockford, Sunnyside, right?
Yeah, Sunnyside Avenue is where
Okay. How was that for you growing up in Rockford?
Well, you know,
were you an outside kid? Were you an inside kid?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I was an outside kid. You know, at first, I was, you know, up until I was 10, 11, 12, I was at home, you know, with no friends or whatever, just kind of playing with my Power Rangers, you know, or my Ninja Turtles or whatever inside, you know, and then I started liking basketball a lot. You know, the Bulls were hot then, you know, so I started wanting to go outside and play basketball, and I did that for a long time. You know, I had a basketball hoop outside on my driveway, you know, that my parents bought me or whatever for $100 or whatever it was. And so yeah, after that, you know, I collect cards and whatnot. But
what kind of cards?
oh man, Michael Jordan, man, course. Basketball
sports
cards. Yeah, sports
cards.
cards. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yep. I got probably every Jordan card there was, except for his rookie card. I got the year after '86. I got that one. It's a Fleer, yeah. But
now, are you collecting them for value, or are you collecting them for nostalgia?
oh, nostalgia. I'm not gonna sell them or flip them or nothing. These are my cards that that I collected from my grandpa bought me. You know what I mean? Whenever we'd go to the pitcher's mound and what else? Tomorrow's yesterday. I got a bunch of Marvel superhero cards too that I collect. But I am nostalgic, very nostalgic person because the future sucks, man.
Yeah,
right now the present sucks. It's all about the past, dude.
Same here, bro. I keep majority of my old shit. But like when I was little, I lost majority of my shit.
Yeah.
It's only when I got old enough to be like, oh, maybe if I take care of my shit, I can still have it.
Sure. Yeah, I know. I had growing up, my dad was like really big drug dealer, man, in town, and he's in the paper too. You can look it up. Like he got busted, yeah, big time. Him and my grandpa got busted, and then they turned in the big guy or whatever, And I'm not sure if I want to say anymore. Because I don't know what they did, and if they're still looking for my dad or whatever. But there was a lot of stuff. I remember like my in the house on North Main I used to live when I was really, really little, and they broke in, try to raid the house, and my dad like run to the bathroom real quick to throw his stash in the toilet, and are pointing the guns at our dog and us, and yeah, it was rough. I had rough childhood, man, when it comes to that, I remember walking in my house, and my dad had some dudes in the kitchen, and they tons of weed on the counter, man, just a sea of it, dude, like in the bathtubs everywhere. Like and they would have some dudes coming in from Mexico, right? He had this camper, right? And it was, I don't know, about 1.5 foot of the top of the camper that they would cut out and they would fill up. Yeah. And they'd come over, and these guys, they couldn't even like say ounce or knew what a scale was, So, man, one time my dad, he's told me all these stories, And one time he hid like 50 grand in my toy box inside my room,
Yeah.
And I found this 50 grand, and I walked in, and I'm like, hey, look what I got. He said, give me that, and he puts it underneath the couch, and he hid it in there because he thought he was going to get raided, So he gets this 50 grand, he puts it on the couch, and then later that day is when we got raided, I guess, and they got that 50 grand. But my grandpa, he had like power boats and car lot, like off of I think it's not 11th Street.
But growing up, like were you conscious of like, oh shit, my dad's into like?
I was so young that I didn't know nothing, I remember crawling underneath the table and seeing like a gun, like on the bottom of the table and trying to mess with it, but knowing I knew that not to mess with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was. There was a lot of kids, come over, and drug dealer kids break my toys and whatever. But how I got to that was my kids, hold on a second. The kids would come over and they'd break my toys and shit. And then you said you lost all your toys. I lost a lot of my stuff too due to that, and then due to my dad ditched out on us about 8 when I was 8 or so. And then he went to Las Vegas and whatever. He sold all my toys, all my He-Man, Thundercats, Silverhawks, all of them. I had everything because I had a lot of stuff. Because at night they would party, and then in the morning, he'd feel bad that or whatever. So we go to Toys R Us.
Yeah.
He'd buy me anything, So, but you can't buy love, you know what I mean? But it is what it is now. So I remember having a lot of toys, but now I had losing them all. I want them all back.
Yeah.
I want to try to find them all back, but
now, like, are you the only child?
I was until I was 16. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then my mom, she remarried and stuff. But
okay. Yeah. Thank you for the like. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Thank you for the like. And shout out everybody in here. From what it looks like, we got Paul and somebody else. Legend. I don't know what that says. Vic? Oh, Vic Monster? Oh, yeah. Shout out Vic Monster, man. Hell yeah. Yeah.
I like Vic, man.
Yeah. Definitely a Rockford treasure, man.
He's a treasure, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so now is your other sibling, is he also an artist or a creator? Or?
I got a sister. No, she's got about She's got about three kids. She's got a fourth one on the way. So, but yeah, she's awesome. But it was missed out a lot of time on her, when I was growing up, because I was 16 when she was born, 15 or something. So, but no, yeah, I mean, growing up was crazy. After everything else died down and my mom got remarried and stuff. Then I started going outside and finding friends outside, playing basketball and stuff, and then but I was always, ever since then, 5th and 6th grade, I'd draw these little guys, like muscle guys. Like I was obsessed with Mortal Kombat and whatnot. I was in 6th grade, and I'd draw these guys, and then we would cut them out, and they would play 5th and 6th grade. We're not even doing any work or nothing. We're just kind of messing with these guys that I made. We cut out, and then they'd rip their arms off, their heads off, do fatalities while we're, in school. But yeah, no. And then growing up, or high school and stuff, I started drawing, and I had a couple art classes, in high school, and then
Now, like, were you into art when you first discovered art? Like, were you into it, or was it more just of a hobby, or like?
Yeah, it was just like a doodle thing, I mean, 2nd, 3rd grade or something like that. I was obsessed with Ninja Turtles, and I started drawing Ninja Turtles. I draw them with these big long hot dog heads, and make them look weird, whatever I could do, But yeah, I started like that, and then just for the love of cartoons and whatnot, because I was an only child, so I sat in front of the TV, here's your Nintendo, here's He-Man or whatever, and then that's what I would do, So I'm really obsessed with old school, cartoons and stuff like that, And I a lot of the stuff that I do, if I'm not drawing somebody's dog or portrait or a commission that someone wants, I'm doing stuff that I would like, because it's hard to. I don't know, when I want to do things for myself, I usually find someone who likes it too. So I like to sell familiar things. Like a lot of people, artists say that, hey, why don't you do some flowers, or why don't you do this and that, or a landscape? And I don't know, it's just boring to me. I wouldn't. A lot of people say if you want to do a mural in town, you want to get a mural, do flowers. Submit some flowers. Man, I don't want to do that, Flowers, that's everybody else's stuff,
Yeah, it really is, bro. I mean, the murals in town, I think majority of them has flowers in it, some type of way.
It's true. They're beautiful, I mean, they're beautiful. It's not take away from them and stuff, But
there's more than just flowers out there.
There is, for definitely sure, yeah. But when it comes to unique things like the electrical boxes that we did, there's I made an electrical box with the Rock Guardians that are kind of morphed into Cheap Trick, And I thought that was super unique, and I was I had it in my head for a couple of years. I'm I'm gonna do
really?
This, Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And that's something also I want to get into, so when you do have an idea, can you keep it in your head for a while, or is it
Usually I write it down.
Okay,
but for some reason it torments me, man. It's
okay.
I'll have this idea, oh my God, I need to do this idea because something in me's got this. I got this feeling it's gonna get big. It's gonna be big. If I don't do it quick, someone else is gonna do it. That's what a lot of the stuff is. It's if I don't get to it, someone else is going to get it, that opportunity, and you only get so many opportunities in your life, and they come knocking, and if you don't take them, kick the door down to get them, someone else is going to, so.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's rough.
And, another thing too, I wanted to take it back, so, for me, usually when I like something, for example, Demon Slayer. I don't know if you heard of that.
Yeah, anime,
Yeah. So when I saw that, I got into it, and I was like, let me draw something because I know eventually somebody would be into it,
Yeah, familiar sells.
Yeah,
and, that's I go to the mall, and I have my prints that I've been, drawings that I've been making for last 3-4 years or whatever, and then I make prints of them, and there's always somebody trying to sell art. I think you have to be kind of not like a drug dealer, but you have to have.
No, you do.
You have to have a little bit of everything. You got your people who want your big stuff. $400 or $500 awesome originals. And then there's people who are just want a 25-cent sticker. Or they just want your T-shirt, or it's just a $20 print. Something to hang up. And yeah, it's rough to sell art in this town. Because you got to have a little bit of everything. But
a little bit of everything, or you got to be unique.
Yeah.
Because if you're unique with your art, I feel like you have a better chance of standing out compared to a lot of talent in here. And shit.
Sure. Yeah, Rockford is full of talented people, and it's like that's our thing. I think Rockford is just booming with talented people, ready and willing to make something. They want to survive with art.
Yeah,
that's the dream is to do what you like and do what you love. And
did you know about art scene? Because it took me about from coming here to Rockford in '07 to like 2021 that there was an art scene. I did not know that.
I've only been trying to make money with art for like 5 years. 2019 is when I got fired. I let go from Chrysler, and then
not Chrysler, but Chrysler supplier.
at Gang Fang.
No, mine was Broza.
Oh, okay. All right.
We did the door panels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Dude, it was not nice, bro. I hated that job so fucking bad.
Dude, a fucking trained monkey can do that job. Any of those jobs, fucking push a button and walk away, step back behind the line, or whatever you had to do, or hurt your hands, destroy your damn hands on the line.
Okay, now I wanted to ask you this: how are your hands? Because my hands sometimes, bro, they go numb from here. Like this area of my hand goes numb sometimes.
Yeah.
From the job, because previously I did not have no hand issues until that job, bro.
Yeah, it'll develop carpal tunnel for sure if you're doing the same motion, and then even if because they would have you move to another section and do something for an hour, and then move over here. And if you had more, your different sections, then your hands would be good. But if you're doing the same thing for an hour and a half, and then you kind of do the same thing again for another 2 hours, you're gonna hurt your hands. I was lucky at Chrysler for the first 3 years or so. I was in the body shop for the first year, being like a temporary type thing, until I got hired in. And that was easy, that was in the body shop is where all the 20-year guys go,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then I went to the paint shop when they finally hired me in. So the paint job was hot and nasty up in there, and if you wanted to smoke, you had to go down like 4 steps or 4 things of stairs and stuff to get down to smoke. Then to go up there in 15 minutes, like you had to be a dedicated smoker.
Yeah.
But and after that, I was in the paint shop and I got let go because they let go a whole second shift or whatever. So I left, and then they called me back. They're like, "Yeah, you can come back." I'm like, "Yes." I went right to the door line. That's like hell at Chrysler. That's just the worst. Yeah. And I was putting in, wirings into doors and screwing in things, as it was going by, you got to walk with it.
Oh, okay.
And dude, for like a month, I had commissions and stuff that I had to do. I was a year into my art career when that happened or so. Oh. And I had to go home and I had to push my hands against stuff, and to keep them from closing because they were just closing up. And I'm like, man, if I don't get out of here, man, or something, I'm not going to be able to do any art. I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do. And I was sad going back. I was like, here's my art career. I just did a year's worth of commissions and drawing people's dogs and babies and all sorts of weird stuff. I was doing, but I loved it because it was what I wanted to do, and I was making money. I wasn't making a lot, $200 a drawing or something, but it's just hard. It was hard, man, but I didn't want to give it up. And when I went back to Chrysler, I was like, oh, this sucks. This is going to be horrible, but then once then they let us all go again. So I was like, damn, I lost my job. But I was like, well, I guess it's a sign. Everything happens for a reason, so. But after that, I just doubled down, and I drew every single day, man. I don't think I've had a day off since I started in 2019. I've always been either walking around pacing, trying to think about it, think about what I need to do next, or or just what I got to do to survive in it. I always say this. I say, I'll do pencil portraits. I started to go into painting. I started to do sculpting. I started, painting on garage doors. Digital work, logos. You have to have a little bit of everything to know, and everything that all these mediums that I've gathered, I put them into my work now. Like my clay sculptures were just a black frame with black background, nothing, and then now I do digital background, and I do a painted frame, a custom painted. So all these mediums that I've gathered, I kind of throw them into one thing, and that's how you grow, for sure.
No, dude, yeah, because I wanted to ask you this, bro. I shit you not, like, so in 2019 when you started, like, beforehand, were you still like doodling, or like it was still like in your mind, like you being able to draw? Because you're very talented, bro. It looks like you've been
Yeah.
spending years drawing or something.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I know. I surprise myself all the time. You know, like I didn't notice I was good at drawing really until I started in like I don't know 2000 and maybe 2000 or 2001. Then I had a girlfriend at the time. And we were still in high school, and she's like, "Why don't you try out for Kappa Art? You know, it's just like an advanced art,
Yeah.
whatever at Auburn." So like, okay, I'll do that.
You went to
know.
Auburn?
I did.
Me
Auburn
too.
Night, 2001, man.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
It's night time, man. It's nighttime.
2013, but I never graduated.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. You went through it anyways. So, yeah. But yeah, I have never used any high school anything in anything that I've done, so I don't think it matters. But no, yeah, Auburn Knights, man. I played football. Our team was pretty wimpy, you know what I mean? But we, 12, 14 of us or so, we were the team, you know. We did pretty good, for what we had. Belvedere, would come in with a truck full of 80 guys, and we were pulling from the JV team and the freshman team to make our team, so.
But now, bro, like a lot of good players come from Auburn.
I know Auburn's different now. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I played, we were on like a 3-season losing streak or something.
Oh shit.
So we would. I was the kicker, the punter, the kick return, the linebacker, the wide receiver. It's like I never left the field, and I was tired. And angry at the end of every game. But we had 10 guys that worked their ass off. You know what I mean to keep the score down, but still we get beat 30-0 or whatever, 30-7. After the second half, we would see all the second string and their third string and everything when we were still tired in the game. But yeah, it was what it was. We won some games and we had fun. But I wish I was on a team like the Auburn is now. Auburn is, man, the same with the basketball team. They're the team. And that's how it was in the 70s and 80s. There was, Coach Barnes, Mr. Barnes was All-American. I don't know if you know who Mr. Barnes was.
Probably not.
He was a gym teacher, but he was basketball, football, All-American, and he was a gym teacher that he just did weight classes, lifting weights and swimming. And that's the only thing that he did back then. Then he was a football coach too for 2003, 4 or something like that. But yeah, I believe he passed away. I don't remember when, but he passed away.
Yeah, but freaking so when you're doing sports, like did anything else cross your mind, like, oh, I want to do this, like sports or something?
Yeah,
like that?
well, I like football, man. Football is awesome. My friends all like football. We were outside playing pig slaughter in the snow and whatever, anytime. But then I did a lot of skating. I could skate pretty good too, like rollerblade. Yeah, I'm a good skater. Out there, I can go backwards. I can go backwards like a turn too. Skateco. We had some Skateco nights. That was just fun. Everybody had their speed skates flying around, and I'm out there with my rollerblades trying to keep up with the speed skaters. But going backwards, trying to do some tricks or some shit. But yeah, I would fall asleep with my skates on. But I always get off topic, man. But
No, you're fine. Yeah. So yeah, before we got into the Auburn sports and high school, what's it called? Were you doing your art like before 2019, like practicing, or was it just straight?
Yeah, no. 2000 and well, I always had art class through grade school, through high school. In grade school, I can remember like 5th and 6th grade or so, everybody would be doing like popsicle sticks and glue and other things, and doing little crafts. And I remember the teacher, like, she knew that I had, I don't know, a gift or whatever, I had, but I was in the corner, like, doing like chalk and like colored pencil and other things. I can remember always doing something different than what the other classrooms are doing, and she had me on this like little gifted, this little gifted path. And I can't remember a lot, but I don't know, but it was just weird that everybody else was doing everything else, and people would walk by like, "Ooh, Brian, what are you doing?" You know, and I'm like, "I'm just doing this thing the teacher told me to do." You know, so I felt bad that everybody was, you know, doing their other things, but I was, you know, and then through high school, I only had one class, Mr. Saporiti, and at Auburn. He looked like Captain Crunch. I don't know if anybody's, but you know, but he was cool. You know, he taught me a lot of stuff. You know, and then I had Kappa in the 12th grade or so, and so I had two classrooms. Mr. Saporiti, he was mad because I was in Kappa because they were like rivals, you know, or something. I don't know. I'm like, I just got another class. Don't get mad at me. You know? But in Kappa, I just did one thing a quarter. It was like 4 different projects. I made like a drawing of like a dragon on like a cliff with a wizard and a staff and all this stuff, and then I sold it for 2 ounces of weed in 2002. But yeah, it was a mistake big time. I wish I could get that back. I don't know. Somebody stole it from him. This drawing that I want back is out there somewhere. Yeah, it's like a big serpentine, like dragon coming out. And the only reason I did that is because this kid across from me, when I started drawing that day, he had this shirt on with the dragon, and I was like, ooh. I started, you know, because I need a reference. You know, a lot of my work is reference based. You know, because I'm not good at making things up, you know what I mean? And a lot of people see that, you know, my backgrounds are photoshopped, and, you know, my perler beads and a lot of my references, you know, like this Snoop Dogg, you know, this is actually a a photograph of from Lisa Leone, which is his personal photographer or whatever. And every time I share it, you know, I credit her, and, you know, and I'd love for Snoop Dogg to want to buy my original, but this is just a print of it, you know. But I don't know. I could do that to you, man. It's this year's now, buddy. But yeah, this is a drawing that I did.
Drawing, guys, not a photo.
No, it's a drawing of a photo. But yeah.
But for me, bro, I feel like it takes just as much, if not a lot of talent, just to get to this. You know?
Yeah, it is. It's a. At first, when I was doing it, things weren't as dark. You know, like I could get them spot on, because how I do it, is I take. This is how I've always done it. I've done a grid. I will take whatever I need. You give me a photo, your family photo. I Photoshop it. I take your 5 dogs and put them into one, or whatever you want me to do, and then I'll print it out. You want it 11 by 14, 16 by 20, whatever. I'll print it out, and then I take that print out, and I do a grid over it. A ruler, a 1-inch grid, all the way over it.
Okay.
You know, like with pen or whatever. And then I take the photo or the picture. I use like a vellum, smooth Bristol board. It's like a real thick paper.
Okay.
It's drawing paper.
Bristol, right?
Bristol, yeah. And I'll use that, and then I'll put a really light grid over it. It's just exactly the same way, 1 inch. And then every little square goes, every little square is the same as that on that grid.
Yeah.
And that's how I get all the way to the bottom. I go left to right, so I don't smudge up anything. It's like 7-8 layers of graphite pencil.
Ooh, man, dude. Yeah. To me, that sounds like a pain, bro, because I hate measuring.
Mm-hmm.
I hate measuring.
It is. To have every little square match up, it is. It's rough. But once the process is done, and it's starting to come together, you're like, holy shit. You know? Like this, his chin and everything. Like, I didn't know how to, when I first started, I didn't know how to do, texture and whatnot with graphite pencil. And I had to watch YouTube. I watched hours of YouTube to figure it out, because I had got a commission for a dog. They're like, hey, well, can you draw my dog? And I'm like, well, I can try. Let me see. Or I just lie and fake it. Be like, yeah, I definitely know how to do that. Let me try. What do you need? I'll do it. But I looked on YouTube and I found out there's a zero mono. It's called a Tombow eraser. It's like a pencil, kind of, but what do you say?
It's just eraser though. Right?
It's an eraser, yeah, but it's like a electric pencil. You just push on the top, not electric, but an automatic pencil. Mm-hmm. But then I just stab it, stab the nose, put a couple more layers, and stab like his chin there. That's just like me stabbing a eraser at it to get it away, And then you go. How I start my drawings, I start out with H pencil, get all my lines, and then I go through with my dark, where I'm going to put dark. I go 8B, 6B, or whatever. And
do you smudge?
I use a smudge stick sometimes, but most of the time I don't do the smudging until the very, very end.
okay.
And that's what seals the deal, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But what I do is I take like a blush brush, you know, like a watercolor brush. You know, the women use it on their face or whatever. You know?
Oh, okay, those
Yeah,
makeup brushes.
Yeah,
Oh,
makeup brush. Yeah, it's like a watercolor brush. But I just hit it with that, you know, and that smooths a lot of stuff out. And then my secret to making, because I picked the brains of a lot of top people. There's this guy in Canada. His name is Mark Tumber, and he does these huge 60, 70 faces, big collages of graphite pencil. You know, I got a few of them that are started right now. I got an 80s one that I'm starting. I've got the top half done. It's got Terminator and, you know,
I think I've seen it.
yeah, it's got Harrison Ford, and it's got, you know,
Yeah.
I started at the top. I had to stop, but I'm gonna, you know, the next 2 months. That's how much money I've made doing windows and shit, and I'm gonna. Now I have some money to saved up so I can coast, and I can do what I want. You know what I mean? Try to make these prints of Rockford Speedway tribute, and then I got the 80s thing too. But yeah, in art scene, my plan is to have this done and be selling prints of it, you know, big 18 by 24 inch poster prints. I'm gonna sell them, trying to sell a bunch, and then around it, it's gonna be a lot of my 80s VHS sculptures, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a process that, you know, once you get going, man, it's awesome. The layers that you do. But back to my secret, before I forget, my secret to sealing it up and to just making it look realistic is you can put 5 or 6 layers on it, but the very end layer, you have to seal it up with a 2H. If you
2H?
A 2H pencil, yeah, you can go your 4Bs, you go all your darks and stuff, but a 2H pencil, when you just lightly go over, because you can barely see a 2H pencil when you go over dark, but when you hit it with it, it's like seals it up and it smooths it all over, and it gives it that realistic look.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude.
The print doesn't even give it justice to what the original. I should have brought the original in.
No,
But
yeah.
yeah.
This is fine, guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you this: how long does one of these take you?
Snoop Dogg, that's actually blown up a little bit, but 9x12, Snoop Dogg is like, it took me, I think, 50 hours to draw.
50
Yeah,
hours.
50 hours.
Dude, I'm super impatient, man. Like, don't get me wrong. There has been projects where I've taken a long time, but the thing is, like, when I'm doing a sitting, like, I only have so much hours before I'm just like, I gotta hurry up.
I know, because time is money, you know, and you can pump, like I pumped 60 hours, 50 hours into Snoop Dogg, 9x12. That's like this big, you know. Like an alpha.
So this is bigger.
Yeah, 11x14, yeah,
Oh,
but
okay,
just
okay.
the print of it. But who's gonna, you know, what I have 50 hours invested into a 9x12, and I want to sell it for like $400. People don't want that little thing for that much money, you know. And
Yeah.
it's all about that, you know. It's how fast can you make some art? How fast can you, you know? And it's a labor of love sometimes, because you're pumping into. I did all these drawings without anybody wanting them. I just used my savings, used my 401k, I used my unemployment money, you know, my wife's savings, you know, for like 3 or 4 years. I didn't make a lot of money. You know, I was in Hidden Treasures, but I'd make like maybe $200, $300 at Hidden Treasures selling prints. The rent is like 120.
Okay.
So I'm like nothing. It's just like a plateau. You know, it's a huge struggle. But when it comes to, you know, having a little bit of everything, you know, like you're selling stickers, I'm selling shirts at Benny's, you know, selling. If all that adds up, then you can make it. But just doing drawings, you know, I had to do something else. So I went into painting, you know, and then Hidden Treasures. One day, the district manager, she wanted me to come and see if I could paint a window. You know, this was like 3 years ago. She said, "Can you paint the front of our windows, make them look like this?" She's like, "I'll buy the paint. You know, you'll get you some exposure. You know, whatever all that." But
Is that how the windows came?
that's how the windows happen. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, I'll try it, because I got nothing else now. And yes, I'd love to. You know, sure, you got it. Whatever you need. You want your toilet painted, your ceiling painted. What do you need? I'll paint it. You know, just to survive. You know. So, but yeah, she bought the paint, and she gave me $50 and 2 hours of walking time on Hidden Treasures, because if you rent there, you have to go walk the floor for 2 hours a month, or you got to pay $25. So
Really?
Yeah, and so and on top of the 10% they take from all your sales and the rent, you know, so it's hard to survive there, you know. So, and I think I might be getting out here. Then I've been there a long time. My saying is, I went from antique malls to gallery walls.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Shit, I went from my basement walls to like store counters, you know. So,
Exactly, dude. Well, yeah, dude. Hey, it is what it is, man. Everybody goes in their own route, their own path, you know. And some paths aren't meant for some other people. Some paths are like the gallery, like life to me. I don't go to shows. I'm not in shows. I'm at art scene at Benny's twice. That's all I did. I haven't did any shows. I give myself to you for the show up here one time.
Yeah.
I couldn't show up. You know, my kids are, you know, number one, you know, priority. You know, I'm a big dad guy, and if I'm out doing something, or if I'm flying down the street on my motorcycle, you know, I don't have a motorcycle for that reason, you know,
Yeah.
because I don't want to leave anybody behind. You know, I get a minivan so everybody can go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about my family, man.
Yeah, no. That's one thing too, bro. It's hard to be an artist at your art show when you have family and stuff. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I think well, for me this year, I wasn't really at art scene because I didn't have a car, and two, I just didn't have time to just really be there or to, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I'm like a hermit, you know. I'll stay at home and I'll just put on my YouTube, whatever, and watch some retro video game stuff, or toy collecting stuff, or whatever, and just hang out with my kids. I got, you know, every game system there is, so we just play games and hang out. You know, kids these days, I bought them bikes. You know, I want them to do sports. I want them to do whatever. Got a trampoline in the backyard. They don't want to do none of that. You know, they just want to like play games and sit inside. You know, so like, well, that's what we want to do. I don't push it on them like, you're going to go play a sport right now, or, you know, you're going to go out, so get your ass outside, you know, get kidnapped, you know, or whatever. You know, that's what the world is like today. So I mean, it's scary, man. So, and being a parent is the worst. You're constantly worrying. If you don't worry, then I mean, whatever. You know, but if you're constantly worrying as a parent. And that's all I do is worry about, you know, like making a bunch of money so I can my kids can be comfortable, so I can get that pool in the backyard, you know, live that nice, comfortable life for my kids, you know, so it's not nothing but me. I would live in a hole with nothing as long as my kids can, you know, be able to do what they want to do, you know, and they get what they deserve. So it's...
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that, man. Shit, me, I could live in a hole in the wall, bro. It doesn't really matter, but my loved ones, I can't just not do nothing, you know, and just let them suffer and shit, you know.
Yeah, no, it's you know, they say the life you live is the life you give, but it doesn't have to be that way. You know, there's a cycle. You can break it. You can follow that same way your parents did, or if you had bad parents or whatever, you know, you can follow that same shitty path. You can, or you can break the cycle and change it. And really, that's what should happen, because if you've seen what's bad, you've already seen the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, your parents did it, or you saw some friends do some dumb shit. You know, just don't go that way.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen it, so it's easy to follow it,
but
it's hard to avoid it. You know.
Yeah, that's true. But have you ever been peer pressure? Because sometimes peer pressure can get you into a situation you don't want to be in.
Yeah, I've been in peer pressure. Peer pressure one time got me stealing some stereo equipment out in the parking lot of Auburn High School. You know?
Yeah.
I pulled up in my car. Two of my friends come out, busted the window, took a bunch of speakers out. You know? Yeah, and then put it in my car in the trunk, and then we went and tried to hook it up, you know, like we were going to have a bumping system after that.
Yeah.
And then we came back with the shit still in my trunk. All right? Came back, and they were looking for a kid with two different socks, because one of my friends had two different colored socks on. That's all on the camera. And we broke this dude's window, right? Stupidest thing I've ever done. Broke this dude's window, and the door was locked the whole time, I guess. Unlocked. It was unlocked. So yeah, but no, I had to carry. The cop came and got me from inside of the school, right?
Yeah.
All the windows, all the doors are all open to everybody's classrooms, and here I'm walking with the cop. I go out. I told him, you know, like we know you got it. Just give us the stuff back. Like, okay, you know. So I go out to the parking lot, and into my car that I've only had for a year. You know, I'm in 10th grade. And I pull all the speakers and shit out of this car, out of my trunk, and I'm walking with the speaker through the hallway going. And then the paddy wagon came, and we went to juvenile for the weekend, you know. But I've done some stupid shit, but
I wasn't expecting that, dude.
Yeah, there's a good story for you. Yeah, we make mistakes, man. We all do, and that was a good zinger I haven't said in 20 years, so it's a good one.
So now I want to ask you this: what is your favorite medium?
Oh man, see, I get bored quick. Like if I have to do the same dog drawing over and over again, or if I have to do the same thing twice, I'll slow down and shut down. You know? So I have to skip around. I'm doing a drawing. I got a commission for a painting. I love doing sculpture art, but I think my sculpture art is what I want to do the most. I think, finding a movie, old VHS in the bottom of Toad Hall or something, and being like, all right, I'm going to make something awesome out of this, and then make a digital background, put some, like I found some VHS, some Pokemon VHS. Oh, so I'm going to do a line of I got a holiday Pikachu one, then I'm going to make a Pikachu with a hat, with a Santa hat coming out, Charizard, Blastoise, like I had a bunch of them, so I'm going to try to do those, but that's right now, that's my passion, but I still have this Rockford Speedway big tribute piece that I want to do for the fans, and sell, limited prints of it, but I got to get it professionally scanned.
I thought you meant like a mural, like you're going to do.
Oh no, I don't. I mean, these could be designs for murals if I was to submit them, but I don't know if I could do. It's just I don't know if I could do these things, man. Because I've never done them before. And,
a mural.
I've done like logos on garage doors, like Harley Davidson signs, and I've done like a law office. I've done their logo, 6 foot long. I projected it on the wall and whatever. I've done that, but I haven't done like these big murals that are downtown, like Brett Whitaker murals, that type of stuff. I haven't done that. I'm sure I could design it, and do it, but yeah, I've never had that. So I don't have that in my portfolio, So when it comes to, submitting it to the Arts Council to get it done, I don't know if I could, I don't know yet. I can do it. I know I can because I have, I have to drive or whatever, and I think I got the skill to do it. I just never had the opportunity. So I did, last 2 years ago, I submitted my rock, I call it the Rock and Roll Guardians, which is the Cheap Trick Guardian guys, whatever. Yeah. I submitted those, but I didn't have it done up, yet. I was just a paragraph, like I could do this, I didn't even have it drawn up in Procreate or nothing, but I do now. So, but I got it. I want to make that a big, huge painting that I want to try to sell to the Rock. Was it the
Hard Rock?
The Hard Rock Cafe. Yeah, I want to sell that to there, but I got to get it done first. So.
Now, is it easy for you to do the info, or is it like, for example, like, can you explain this better than you can draw it?
Kinda. Yeah. Now, exactly. Yeah, I'm all self-taught. So when I go to Michael's to look for a brush, I don't know what they're called. Like I look, that a flat brush? That's the one I need. I need an angle brush. I don't even know what it looks like until I have it in my hand. So it's like I don't know what I need because I got these skills and I can do the thing, but I don't know how I did it.
Or explain how
exactly
to on
because
a
it's
paper
just
and shit.
and the best way to get better at painting is just do it. Just step up to the canvas and start going. And that costs a lot of money. Your canvas costs money, your paint costs money. Yeah. And if you're wasting it, and then you're like, well, this is going to be an abstract, and you throw some paint at it, you know what I mean, or whatever. But
yeah, that's what I do every time I fuck up a canvas. I just layer it up with paint.
Yeah, why not? You're already you're invested already, so you got to do something with it. But yeah, no, it's hard, man, because a lot of people get blocks. Like I don't know what to do. I think it's because they're thinking about what other people would want. If you start doing what you want to do, I think that's whenever I think you start to do. I think you start to grow more. When you're doing what you want to do, what you would buy. Yeah. Then I think that's the way to go. And because there's someone out there like you, there's someone out there that wants the same thing you like. Yeah. You just got to find that person. And in a small town, it's hard.
Kind of is, yeah. Mm-hmm. But and then I want to get into the windows, bro, because you are on fire, bro. You did like how many windows?
Yeah. Well, this is my third year doing windows, and
But alone this year, you did like.
Yeah, I did 36 windows in 31 days. Yeah, I started November 13th,
And some of them were huge, dude.
Yeah.
The airport one.
I did the airport. Yeah.
The Rockford Airport.
Yeah, the Rockford Airport. Yeah, the Chicago International.
A lot of windows.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was. I did it off of. I ate an apple, a banana. I had a water and a mouthful of plant-based beef jerky, and I went for 11 hours straight and just Bob Rossed it all up, And I'm getting real fast at them for sure. So, but that whole stretch took me 11 hours. I come away with most money I've ever made in one job for sure. So it was nice, man. But I did 36 windows in 31 days. So some of them I did two. I did a Grinch and another Grinch, or a Grinch and some snow trees or something. That for a couple days. But yeah, I just did the Poison Ivy Pub in Roscoe, and that was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, they had the chief of police had passed away from cancer. I think a few weeks ago, and the funeral was last Sunday, and I did a painting at the State Farm, Jim Blevins down there at Roscoe, and he was like, I came back to take some pictures because when I finished it was too dark that day, so I come back and I take pictures of it in the light because you can't really see it when it's dark. Yeah, because you look through the window and if there's not black behind the windows, you don't get a good shot. So, well, I was there talking to him, and he's like, he put me on a side quest. I call them side quests. He's like, hey, why don't you go down to Poison Ivy Pub and talk to this guy named Steve. I'm like, okay, so whatever. I'll That's kind of how I met Jim in the first place. He saw me painting this Wicked Cheer Elite Jim. I was doing a Grint or something on it, I forget. But I was painting on that, and then he saw me, and he's like, hey, follow me. I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And he's giving me his card. He's like, oh, I grab his card, and I'm like, oh, he's a State Farm agent. I'm like, wow, okay, he's important. So I'm like, all right, I'll follow him, and I go and I'm painting his window. And then he tells the guy about him and that from Embroid This over on North Second. He tells him about me, and then he tells Poison Ivy Pub about me, and I get all these jobs just by doing one, and it like branches off, and so lucky to have that happen,
Yeah, and that's crazy, bro. Roscoe, that's like a couple minutes away from Rockford, bro.
It is, yeah. And there are a lot of people there that there's a lot of money there too, There's nice people, and that place is you can leave your, I don't know if you want to, but you can leave your car doors unlocked there at Pecatonica. They're nice places.
And you can also find a good ass car there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like a second owning, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I recommend car shopping over there. Just drive around, you'll find somebody that's getting rid of an old car and shit.
Definitely, yeah. And it's not all beat up like the stuff you find somewhere.
Yeah. And what's it called? Yeah. Is it all year round, or is it only like around this time?
Yeah. I just did I worked myself out of work, and I did my last job like the 15th of December. Okay. So a lot of people still want trees though sometimes, because the trees will last till February, March. They look good throughout the winter season, but if it's Grinch or it's red or green, people want to get that out of there, when it comes January. But no, I've done Mr. Goodwater and Belvedere and same with the Miss Buckbee's Bakery have used me a few times, like for Thanksgiving pumpkins and Easter, and I always want to do a 4th of July one. That'd be awesome, to do like fireworks in the sky. I haven't done that yet before, but yeah, there's any kind of season, or really any font. If you want some font done, I can do pretty good font too. But.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I wasn't sure if it was just like around this time, because for sure this time everybody paints their windows and shit.
Yeah. No, it's big now, yeah, for sure.
And I also remember, I don't know if it was last year. I think it was last year. Remember the sugar on Maine?
Sugar Skulls, yeah.
On Maine?
Yeah.
That was like summer? Or was that... No,
your guys that hot
October.
Yeah, something right. It was kind of cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Day of the Dead.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep,
October, Day of the Dead. Yeah.
Yep. But that was fun. Doing that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vic.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yep.
Because low key, one of the windows on South Main, it still had like the outline of my drawing.
Yeah. Didn't get out.
Yeah. I don't think so. But either that or they didn't scrub them. Because I want to say a lot of those windows don't get scrubbed, bro. It's sort of just the window, not the window. Sort of just they let the rain hit the window.
Oh yeah, I know. No, to get it off, I mean, in 2 or 3 months to get off the acrylic paint, it's real easy. You just soak it down, soak it down real good, and then if it's giving you any resistance, you gotta scratch it. Then you didn't soak it down enough. But yeah, no, I've had it to where I've been clean off my pumpkins and this and that off the window before I did the Christmas stuff, and if it stays on there for a season or so, it starts to become one with the window.
Oh, really?
You got to really scrub it to get it off, so.
Ooh, hopefully I didn't fuck up somebody's window.
Yeah, no. If you use acrylic, it all comes off, But yeah, no. If they wait a while, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Trying to crack my back there.
Yeah. Okay. And this is something I wanted to get into you with, bro. Social media. Like. Yeah. Were you always into social media, or was there something new getting into when you started to do your art thing?
Yeah, no, I understood that, back in the day, I would just do a drawing, 2006 or 5 or whatever. I show my grandma and my mom, and that's it. You couldn't show anybody else. Now we have the whole world, So, but yeah, no, it's key. It is. I wouldn't, if I didn't understand, pick the brains of all the top people that I know about the algorithm and about how to, I don't know, not manipulate it, but how to understand it. If without that, you're invisible sometimes as an artist, and you get your views are down, and But any advice? I could have a TED talk about this. I mean, I could write a book about it, really, because it's all about understanding what Facebook wants and what TikTok pushes and what they push and what they want.
Yeah.
And if you post more than once a day, somehow, some way, that second post, it goes into nothing. It goes into spam. It doesn't get seen.
Okay.
One post will have all the views, you know what I mean, and the other post won't have shit. And it's all about engagement. The people engage into it, and but yeah, it's a rough thing to figure out how to get it going. Really,
I mean, yeah. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm still figuring out ways to get more views, likes, and all that. And I didn't know none of this stuff when I first started to draw. I literally thought if I took a picture of my drawing, I was gonna get a whole bunch of likes, or nothing, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, as soon as I got more into it, it's like, damn, dude, like. You got to have a good caption or a good filter. And then if you're doing a reel, that's like its own lane of its own. Like, you got to be creative with it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
Because in my experience, if you put too much caption and then it says more, you got to hit more, those don't get, hit too much, they don't get the views they should, I think. If you put a video on Facebook, or it seems like it doesn't go anywhere,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Facebook just likes to push single picture posts, or not any more than 5, really, because if you have that little section that says +5 or whatever in the corner, it doesn't go as far. But see, then sometimes it does. Like, I just did one with like 36 windows, and it's got like 200 likes. I'm like, what the hell? But in my experience, I had a business page, right? Google's Art, I had that, and I was doing the same thing, putting the same content into it that I was my personal profile. And it was getting like 10 views, 2 likes. I have like 4,000 followers or 3,000 followers on this business page. Why isn't it getting pushed to my followers? And Facebook wants to have you boost the ad, give you ads, give it money.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you do that and you get seen, blah blah blah, whatever.
I feel like they're not real though.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I think they give you bots.
Yeah.
I think they give you bots messages. I want more messages. They'll give you bots. Will contact you to make you feel all warm and fuzzy, like you spent your money. Good. But no, I don't think so. It's a funky game. That it's all about rolling the dice. You might get lucky. But if you post once a day, just once, and it's some good stuff for people to connect with it, engage, then it'll be good, But how like before October, I had a business page and I had my personal profile. My personal profile is turned on to professional mode. And it's once you get so many followers, they offer this professional mode, and you can get verified and get a blue check mark and all that if you pay $15 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but I had my business page, and I was tired of doubling up. I'm like, why? I don't think I can do it, So I said, I'm going to delete my business page. 3,000 followers, 4 years of pumping into it and working hard at it. I'm going to delete it because I'm done with it, because I'm tired of it doing nothing, And I did that. And a couple next days, my posts were like getting quadruple, like the views.
Yeah.
And I think this is just a conspiracy type thing. I think it's because my name was tied to a business page. And if your name is tied to a business page, that means that you're a business person or whatever. Then you need to pay for your ads, to get get seen.
Okay, yeah.
So if you take that away, I'm not telling anybody to delete their business page that they've been working hard on, because I've seen business pages out there that are people are connecting shops to and selling with and doing good. There's some people who they didn't get nothing. They're not getting any views, no likes, no engagement, and it's because Facebook buries it, and you have to pay to get seen sometimes. Once you get over 10,000 followers, the story changes, though, because then anytime you comment on anything, next to your name in their notifications, it says 10,000 plus followers. And Facebook, but the road to 10,000 is rough and hard,
it is, yeah.
And so, but if you, say, if you're guilty of these things, you're posting too much, if you're guilty of maybe smoking weed on camera, maybe that, maybe, or having a political views, or having, some type of views on economy or anything like that, then I don't think they want that on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they'll bury what they don't want. So, but if you follow all the rules, I guess, or whatever, but yeah.
It's still hard, bro. I mean, you can follow the rules, bro. I feel like that doesn't really matter. It's just...
No, it doesn't. You got to have a real big engagement, a lot of followers.
Yeah.
You do. You have to. And really, before I turned myself professional mode, I had, hundreds of friends. And once I turned professional mode, my sorry, I get these palpitations in my chest if I don't breathe right. And yeah, sorry.
No, you're good, bro. So I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but even though when you get a bunch of likes and a bunch of views, it still doesn't. Does it mean anything, or is it just numbers?
Well, no, it means stuff. It means all the world.
I
reply to every single comment. If you look through my comments, I reply thank you to everybody. And that's what keeps it going. Mm-hmm. That's if you don't engage with your own replies, then they won't reply again. Or it's just you have to appreciate the people that are keeping you going for sure. Yeah. And no, I love every one of I don't even call them my followers. They're my friends. They're my family.
Yeah.
And once you turn your professional mode on Facebook, it'll take all your friends and turn them into followers. So,
but just because you have let's say 1,000 likes, 500 shares, doesn't mean you're famous. It just means
no.
Yeah, it just means that one post got lucky.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You're not. No, I don't think you can get famous off going viral unless
it's super viral.
You're a millionaire or something, and you get a millionaire, and you get a viral post every time you post or something. Then they'll start paying you. But I got 1 million views off of one of my videos on TikTok, and I didn't get nothing for it. It's just...
Wow, really?
Yeah, no, I got 40,000 likes, and I didn't even see my followers jump up at all, really. So...
Yeah, because that's the reason why I brought it up, because, a lot of people will see you got 100 views or something, a bunch of likes and shit. Doesn't mean that you get paid from it or you get a bunch of followers. It's just that one post you did really good.
Yep, that's true. I've got 4 viral videos in 4 years on TikTok. So, and that's all my other posts are buried in the water, you know.
Yeah,
200 views. They pause it at like 200 views, you know.
Yeah.
And whatever they want to show, that's what gets seen. I don't think it's even about your engagement or whatever. It's a button that they press behind the scenes, like, oh, he's good, he deserves it. There you go, let him get seen. That's my conspiracy of it. That's my theory. I believe in my experience, that's how it's been, because I think that I'm putting content on there that's pretty good. I'm editing videos good, and then I post it and nothing. Or
I know that's
or
just
I post
sucks.
it at the wrong time. Like you can do that too. You can post them at midnight, and then no one's sleeping, no one sees it. The engagement goes away from it.
Yeah.
Or you post it. Facebook wants you to post at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when everybody's off work. I like to post at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning because people are on lunch. It's all about and then you got all day to gather your likes and whatever. But
Yeah, fucking for me, usually for the best results in my shorts on YouTube, I have to do it like in the middle of the night, which is like 5 to 6, 5 to 9 in the morning.
the YouTubers that I follow are posting their stuff at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Yep, and they got 100,000 views and whatever. So it's probably right.
Yeah. Yeah, because that timing. Yeah, I've said this before. Timing kind of matters somewhat.
It does. It does. If it's too early, there's a bunch of other things that come in at 9, 10 in the morning, and we'll just wash over it, or it won't get seen. And if it's too late, people are like, "Oh, I gotta go to bed," and then they don't see it.
Yeah.
And in the morning, there's a million other posts that came in, and just, go over it. So
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So we did hit that hour, man. I definitely don't want to take up too much of your time because you were here a little bit before.
It's all good. What time is it? Let me see.
4:12.
Now, is there anything that you want to ask me more?
Yeah. We're gonna finish off the section with finish the sentence. So I'm just gonna say yeah, and then you finish it however you want, bro. Totally up to you.
Shoot.
All right. So as soon as I wake up, I'm a
Artist.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the mood for.
Oh, that's it. What I want to say is that, man, I better not say it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just more art, I guess. Yeah.
The medium I hate the most is.
I think chalk.
Really?
I don't like chalk. Yeah, it's too dusty.
Yeah.
Charcoal is kind of like with that too. So.
Oh, the charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal's dusty, man. You gotta blow it everywhere, and
For me,
graphite's so much cleaner.
Yeah, for me the coal, or what was it?
Charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal. Yeah, the charcoal. I just hate it will get dirty real quick.
Oh, I know. Yeah, if you got a white border, forget about it.
Yeah.
You have to scrub it clean with a razor afterwards, and you still see it.
Yeah. All right, the next one is I'm thirsty right now. I'm gonna get me a fresh.
I don't know, root beer, I guess. I don't drink, so.
Yeah. So all right. Now this next one, I don't know if you have grandparents, but if you don't have grandparents, your parents, or if your parents didn't tell you nothing, then whoever this relates to you. But I'm glad my parents let me start over. I'm glad my grandparents always told me
To watch who you trust. Mm-hmm. Watch out.
Now I love to
Hang out with my kids.
with the kiddaroonies.
Yeah, with the kids, man. If I'm not doing art, that's my plan for sure.
Now the last one is I want to thank. Oh, that's my phone. Fuck. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, we're gonna just wrap it up real quick. But the last one is I want to thank
You,
Hey.
all right, for letting me come on your podcast, man. Appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, no, well, I appreciate you. What's it called? Yeah, man. If you ever want to come back, obviously you're a busy person, bro. You got way more things on your plate to do than to hang out. So
Well, it is what it is, man. You know, I mean, no, I'd love to come back, talk more. You know, for
Yeah,
sure.
because bro, I mean,
I'm
don't
having like some kind of I have these palpitations. I have this thing called a tachycardia, right? It's like where my heart beats up, fast, goes slow. And I went to the doctor and stuff, you know what I mean? But it happened like 5 times while I was doing this podcast, man. I'm like, whoo, you know, I'm trying to breathe right because when I talk, I don't breathe good. I'm like, you know. So
Yeah.
then I'm trying not to chew my gum into the damn. Did you hear my gum the whole time I was chewing? Or
I heard it, but
I'm sorry.
No, you're
I'm
good.
sorry, everybody. Same with, yeah, it's like funny to hear your echo, like my voice.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear your own voice, it's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it took me a minute to get used to it,
Yeah.
but
I had gum in my mouth. I'm so sorry. I
No,
didn't
you
even think of that until a little bit ago.
no, you're good, dude. But again, guys, thank you so much. Follow Britt Douglas. I said Britt. Follow Bryan Douglas, guys, on Douglas Doodles.
Bryan Douglas. I deleted that business page, so it's gone. But yeah, Bryan Douglas on Facebook. The Art of Bryan Douglas and on TikTok, and same with Instagram. And that's all I got. Yeah, for sure. But message me, call me, commission. I'll do anything you want me to do for money.
Yeah, guys, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the talent. Definitely worth your time.
Yeah,
And like that.
When it comes to drawings and stuff, I'm up to about almost $4 a square inch. So an 8x10 is like $250 something. You know, I frame it, I deliver it locally. It's damn near perfect. It's all about you. I stress about, you know, it's going to be yours. You know, so I wouldn't care less about it. But I would never show anybody or sell anything to anybody that wouldn't be awesome and being able to brag about, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because dude, shit, bro, you definitely can brag about this.
I obsess over the perfection. I obsess over the details, man. You know, so I'll like this big drawing that I did. I'm doing right now. It's 70 hours, 50 hours into it. I've had to start over twice because I get paper damage on an eye. I'll be doing the eye, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. I'll erase it, and I couldn't get it right. So I'll. That
sucks though when you have to start over.
Yeah. I've done it twice, so this time, hopefully, I don't have to start over on this one. But you know, yeah, it is what it is.
Follow you on TikTok as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Definitely follow, guys.
Yep, that's where the beef and potatoes of my work is. TikTok, I feel like I have more chances of getting seen there. So Facebook is, you know, my posts or whatever, you know, but Reels, it ain't happening for me for some reason on Reels. You know, it's like it gets 1,000 plays, but
I mean, my Reels
20 likes.
My Reels on Facebook and Instagram don't do great, but my shorts on YouTube do better.
I gotta do that, man.
It's harder sometimes because again, you're dealing with YouTube and the popularity of YouTube and shit. But
it can go off. Something you never know.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you gotta try everything. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, stay tuned, stay safe, and just like that, we're out.